motherfucker on the beat.
Let's go, nigga. Yeah. It's your boy. Diddy Pop. Herb Shop. Big Guns. I'm Bill Blast Coogee. Crack spots with an 18, raised the murder rate out in Brooklyn. Tight robbed his own mom's church in Brooklyn. We was wild in the tunnel, niggas got their shots took.
Boy, I'm so Brooklyn, niggas know my name. Shit they said every time a nigga missing their chain. Had to do it for the dollars, I ain't do it for fame. Had to shoot 100 niggas just to work on my aim.
We ain't aiming at your leg, double tapping your brain.
Leave his body on the floor, blood flow in the drain.
They light candles on his ass, we gon' spin through a game.
For 40 days, 40 nights, niggas making it rain.
You get knocked for that body, better not say a name.
Shit, we took the same oath, my chain and your chain.
I'm from the old Brooklyn, nigga, you know how we play.
This whole team getting spread love the Brooklyn way.
I did drive-bys, nigga, book dice games, nigga. From picking after Blake Birdman the Miller.
My gun game sick, can't name a nigga iller. Had to fire on this nigga just to show him I was realer.
I had to fire on my man, he was fucking with the eyes.
Had to fire on this nigga, he was talking to the cops.
Had to fire on the nigga, he was fronting on my block.
Man, I fired on this nigga, he was looking at my watch.
I'm so Brooklyn, nigga.
And when I'm out of town, they call me Brooklyn, nigga.
From Detroit to LA to NC, nigga.
From Jersey back to the Barclay, nigga. To Labor Day parades on the Parkway, nigga.
The Callaloo dumbing in the Ark, my nigga.
I remember from the lab letting it spark, my nigga.
I rap East New York from the start, my nigga.
In Crown Heights, you is my heart, my niggas. Crown Heights, you is my heart, my niggas. I love that part right there, man. Shout out to Diddy Bop in there, man. He said, because Crown Heights, you are my heart, my niggas. I'm so Brooklyn. I can't help that shit, y'all. I'm so Brooklyn. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm so Brooklyn. Louis V in the building. Salute. How's y'all looking? How am I looking? I'm looking like an old school gangster right now, y'all. Check me out. I got the mean bucket on. Vintage throwback. Coogee sweater from 22, 25 years ago. Looking like it just came out the motherfucking plastic. Looking like it just came out the plastic. Looking like it just came out the plastic. Looking like a motherfucking animal from Jurassic Park, nigga. How dare you niggas insult my Diddy Bop, nigga? How dare you niggas insult my Diddy Bop? I'm Sharon McLeod's son. Ain't nobody doing it like this, man. I get to it like a motherfucking deuce and a quarter Buick. You heard me? You heard me? Do you hear me? Louis V, I see you in the building. You know, I try for the old timer. Not bad. You know, not bad for the old time. You know, a little Bed-Stuy fly. You know, a little vintage shirt. You know, different emblems. Different emblems. You know, different emblems. Different emblems, baby. Let's get into this work that got me the best video of the year. You heard me? Let's go. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? I say, hello, Jose. How y'all doing today, man? King Crego, I see you in the building. Chase Millie run the city. I told y'all. Chase going live now. He doing StreamYards. Y'all done fucked up the church's money. Chase said y'all niggas done fucked up the church's money because he's going live. He's going live, y'all. Y'all niggas done fucked up the money. He going live. He said, and he dropping the link. But he do got a great idea. I talked about this last night in my show. Chase got a great idea. And I believe him. Chase said he want to use his platform to let two people that may have a disagreement or a misunderstanding or can't come eye to eye come up on their platforms, check this out, to try to resolve their grievances and get past the bullshit. Or bang out. Bang out, nigga. Bang out. But the reason why I believe Chase with his, I don't believe them other niggas when they be saying that shit. Shout out to everybody with their ideas. I don't believe none of that bullshit, so don't ask me about none of that bullshit because all that bullshit is bullshit. And if you don't like bullshit, you don't like cow shit, you don't like dog shit, you don't like human shit. I don't like shit. I don't even like fly shit. They say if a fly lands on you, he shit it. Every time a fly lands, he shits. I don't want no shit around me. But Chase said, I'm going to try to get both parties to come up on the show and work out their grievances. Now, see, this is why I know it will work over there. This is why I know it'll work over there, because Chase is non-biased. He's not against anyone. And he's there to be a mediator. There are mediators and there are instigators. Pay attention. There are mediators and then there are instigators. And then there are people that just here to have a good time, like Chase Milano. But since he's built a rapport with everybody, even some people I don't like, he know that. But that ain't got nothing to do with me and him. He's said that he's doing what God told him to do. And that's enough for me. Because I believe if two people come on his platform, he's not going to let a group of other people come up and bombard one person. He's not going to have 3 people arguing at one person. He's not going to have 5 people arguing at one person. He's not going to have 2 people arguing at one person. He's going to have one person, if they're arguing with each other. He's going to have one person, if they're trying to clear up something, they're doing it with each other. And he's up there as a mediator. Check this out, to mediate what's right and wrong from a non-biased opinion. So I wish him all the luck with that. And you know what? I might even step out of my comfort zone and bless the stage just for that, because it's a couple of cats that I don't know. And maybe I can go through Chase platform and we can at least redirect our energy with each other, because I don't be thinking about niggas, but for some reason niggas be thinking about me. But to the niggas that be thinking about me, maybe we can go up on Chase shit and you can tell me what's so motherfucking interesting about me. Because I don't have relationships with you dudes. I don't fuck with you dudes, so I don't know what the problem is. But you know what? If we go up on Chase shit, I know Chase ain't gonna let me get ambushed. I know he's not gonna let you get ambushed, whoever it may be. And we might have a time to talk with each other. We might have to talk to each other, but we get to talk with each other. Oh, I got you, Chase. That shit ain't nothing. You know that. That shit ain't nothing. Anything you need me for, I'm here. See, when it comes to things like that, I appreciate that, because it was times in YouTube where I went to certain platforms just to do what? Resolve situations that I didn't understand. But I can't resolve a situation with 15,000 people coming at me when I'm trying to talk to one person. Even if me and that person is talking to each other sternly, if we're talking to each other disrespectfully, if we're talking to each other respectfully, if we're talking to each other aggressively, we are talking to each other. See, I don't have to worry about the input from this one or the battery pack from this one. And nobody got to worry about the battery pack or nothing like that on my behalf, because what I've been working on is my impulsiveness, my irrational thinking, and my logical thought. This is something I'm working on within myself, mashallah. A lot of y'all know for the New Year's, I'm taking my Shahada. New Year's Eve is going to be the last night that I declare I will be smoking marijuana or drinking any type of alcohol. I declare that. So New Year's Eve, I hope y'all pull up and we have a good time and we have a smoke out. And I'm still going to do the Friday night sip. I'm still going to do the Saturday night sip. But it's going to be for y'all, and it's going to be in remembrance of the great El Compo. I don't have to be smoking no bud just because you smoke bud. It's discipline, dedication, and determination, and that's what I got to work on with me. I'm not perfect. Like I said, and my egos that I have created within myself are started because of insecurities and fears. This is what I've been paying attention to. Egos are built up because of insecurities and fears. Insecurities meaning you're not sure about how somebody's going to accept your situation. You're not sure about how somebody is going to accept your story. Shit, you might not even be sure about how somebody is going to accept your clothes. The fears that I have, the fear of losing that deemed respect that I've always carried. The fear of someone trying to manipulate or misconstrue my character, my name, my brand, for buffoonery or laughter and jokes. I'm the first one to say it. I'm the first one to tell y'all. Insecurities and fears is what create egos. Drop guard, I see you in the building, beloved. But see, I'm working on my shit. I'm working on my ego because I'm working on my insecurities and I'm working on my fears. I don't know about y'all. Some people don't have no fears. I do. My most highest fear is God, but I got a bunch of other fears too, y'all. Heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal. being led in the wrong direction if I come to you for advice. If I come to you for advice, wholeheartedly needing your advice or your help with something, and you give me purposely bad information because you want to see my demise. There's all these type of things that I'm afraid of. All these things. All these things I am afraid of. Once we find out what we're afraid of, we can find out what we got to fight to overcome. You know why?
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of mind I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
We got the elder OG Zeke Black up in the building and feed the wolves. Y'all already know what it is when y'all see him. Ain't nothing but great vibes. We got Dog Soldier up in the building. Salute. Yeah! We don't do nothing but the great love over here. This is where the grown folks hang out, y'all. You know where we be at. You know we be in the cut like a Band-Aid. You know we be in the cut like a Band-Aid. You know what I'm saying? We trying to chill. Lola, we got the sis Lola Montana. She in the building. Shout out to Black to the P. We got the sister Lola in the building. You dig what I'm saying? We got Big Super. He in the building. I see him. I'm still waiting on Super, you know what I'm saying, to get his shit right. To all of y'all mods, excuse me, fuck that mod word. To everybody that got a gun in their hand, do me a favor. Make sure y'all put all y'all channels out. Make sure y'all put out all y'all channels out. And do me a favor, if you can, go a step extra. Make sure y'all put out the great people, Cosmology Bay, Smitty Brim. Matter of fact, if you feel as though, quote unquote, it's a platform that you feel as though you want to promote, you got a gun in your hand, put it out. I'm not with that. Put it out. We don't all see the same things, but we all see great things. We may not all see the same things, but we all see great things. So do me a favor, put it out. Shout out to Aggressive Defiance. Shout out to Network Stars. Shout out to Medicated Woo. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Delv up in the building. I see you. Legal Guapas. We see everybody pulling up in the building. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to DMDW Shots. He is in the building. You dig what I'm saying? If y'all got that motherfucking gun in your hand, go ahead and put them tables up and let people know where to go to subscribe to your peoples and good peoples and Big Dice stamp that. You heard? You heard? You see that Lola up in here. Yo, Dav, I see you in the building. We got Legal Guap in the building. We got him in the building. We got him in the building. We got some things I want to talk about. Shout out to everybody that pulled up this morning for the 4th episode of the Big Dice what? 7 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I'm trying to get it right now, y'all. Every morning we trying to do it. 7 o'clock in the morning, the Big Dice Wake the Fuck Up show. The Big Dice Wake the Fuck Up show. It doesn't mean wake the fuck up. It means wake the fuck up. So since we enlighten each other, we're lightening each other. We each one teach one. It's just not me. It's just not you. It's us. Tell a friend and tell a friend. That's the only way we gonna win. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to him because he up in the building. We gonna do this sponsorship right quick. We got Legal Guap up in the building, y'all. We got my man Legal Guap up in the building. If y'all want to find out where y'all can find out his clothing line, go to Legal Guap #3 at Instagram. Rondo Reddo at Facebook, 03 Ball Pulp Instagram. This is my guy Dav right here, y'all. He got the great clothing line. Great clothing line. Great clothing line. You know I got it. Few people have purchased it. Got the duckbill hats for the ladies and stuff like that. I told y'all this is just a couple of the hundreds and hundreds of designs. And you can put together your own coordinations. You just got to hit him up on Instagram and tell him everything you want. He got the sweatsuits for the ladies. You notice he got the sweatsuits for the gentlemen. He legal guap from head to ankle. He got a mean pair of Adidas on his ankle, though. He got them superstars on his feet. So that goes together, you dig? If you was there, you had to understand. He got the sweatsuits for the ladies. Got the sweatsuits for the teenagers. For the young gentlemen, you dig what I'm saying? And he also got the sweatsuits and stuff for the kids. For the kids, y'all. You can't forget about the kids. And he got the stuff for the ladies. You know, y'all want to walk around with the thing hanging out. You know, something to drive a nigga crazy. Little leotards and all that. Want to walk around with that cow foot marathon for your man or your lady, you know? Shit, love is love. We not here to judge. We here to love. And fellas, he also has the baseball hats for us also. These is just a few of the designs that he got. I keep telling you, a lot of this stuff you have to get. If you want to see it, you got to go to Legal Guap number 3 on Instagram. If you want to see it, you got to be there. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it. You just can't be playing around. If you want to be, you will be left fucking with certain people. You will be left. We got 15 in the building. Do me a favor. All I need you to do is hit that like button and keep it respectful when we come in. But you know, we usually got the same people up in here chilling, doing what we doing, getting through it like Patrick Ewing. You know, going to the hole. Can you dig it? We got 20 people in the building, 21 people in the building. Do me a favor, hit them likes. We need 6 likes to make it tied like shoestrings. Truth lady, I see you in the building. Walaikum salam, sister. Well, like always the queen, I see you in the building, girl, with that mean bottom lip. See, I got the OG women up in here. I got that OG suit on for y'all. I got that OG coochie. Them young boys don't know nothing about that always the queen. Truth lady, them young boys don't know nothing about this get-together that we talking about. Them young boys wearing them jeans, them tight jeans, and them sneakers, them Ferragamos and them red bottoms and all that shit that hurt my corn. I ain't gonna front. I can't wear that shit. That shit'll fuck my feet up. If I put on a pair of them goddamn Ferragamos or Zamadamos or Balenciamos or Dumbudambos, my motherfucking corn is gonna say hell no. That's a fact, DMZW. Shout out to the ladies of Itak, the Russian Princess, and Bori. Shout out to Cheeks the Hoodologist. Shout out to Wader Black, Team Hami. Get over there and subscribe. Get over there and subscribe, y'all. And shout out to my bro. That's my word. He be fronting. He be telling y'all, that nigga Chase Millie run the city, and he'll fight anybody, but he's scared to death of YouTube. Fuck that. I'm telling, that nigga's a sissy. When it comes to this YouTube shit, Chase is scared to death. But I'm proud of my man because he's overcoming his fears and his insecurities. He ain't got nothing to be scared about. He got this shit locked. But Chase don't be talking to people. He don't talk. Chase don't be talking to motherfuckers, but Chase say, you know what? Fuck that. Gonna do this shit. Chase already got this shit locked. He got it locked on Instagram too, y'all. But see, like he said, YouTube is totally different, but he got the shit. Look at that. He did 2 lives, y'all. I know motherfuckers been on YouTube 40 years, like Compa said. 40 years. And can't get 5 people in the building. Chase had 30 and some change in the building last night, and that was only his 2nd live. So it ain't nothing but greatness coming to him. Shit, when I started out, remember, y'all, I had like 3 or 4 or 5 in the building for like 7 months, 2 months, 3 months. Now I'm lying, but about a month and a half, you know what I'm saying? But after that month and a half, I got a couple of peaks. I got some great peaks. The highest I ever had in the building was 169. I had 169 in the building. Not bad for a nigga that was on YouTube like 3 months. That was when we did the show with Harlem Legend. After Harlem Legend battled Rem Reaper. Had like about a $169 in the building because everybody came up with the controversy and beefing. But you know, I'm trying to chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm so grateful to those that come. It could be 1, 2, 3. It could be me talking to myself because when I get up the next morning, I see the views. So that means maybe if it was just me in here by myself at one time, that don't mean nobody ain't gonna watch it. And something else that Chase said last night too. Shout out to that. I told Smitty Brim, shout out to Smitty Brim. Shout out to Smitty Brim, Blow Dollars Network. I said the same thing to Smitty. Y'all notice, I just said this to Smitty, and Chase said the shit too. Because I feel as though when it comes to Blow Dollars Network, Smitty, he got the potential to be one of the most dangerous YouTubers out here. Big Dice stamped that. Just like Artist Morrison. The potential to be one of the biggest YouTubers ever. But unfortunately, the same thing with artists, just like the bro Smitty, sometimes because of the wave that follows controversy, it puts us at a crossroad as human beings. It puts us at a crossroad as human beings because, number one, we're not trying to follow nobody else's style. It's okay to admire. It's okay to try to emulate. But the only way you should be able to emulate someone is if you sit down and ask them, yo, teach me the blueprint, beloved. Like Jay-Z did with Memphis Bleak. He said, yo, come ride with me. And Bleak said, a G? I ride with you for free. I want the long time game that you're going to give me. He said, well, fuck it. Just come with me. See, Jay-Z told Memphis Bleak that day, he said, yo, young boy, come take $1,000. I want you to ride around with me because I like your style. I want to show you this work. Memphis Bleak said, a G? I will ride with you for free. I want the long time game that's going to show me the riches. Jay-Z smiled at him and said, well, fuck it. Just come with me. So you got to understand the Jews. Man, y'all don't understand these motherfucking Jews, man. I'm tired of playing with y'all. It's time to let y'all know. You know why? Because the streets don't love us. Shout out to Joffrey. Let's fucking go.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Job, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, marriage shit. It's how we music, nigga. Go
to this fucking work. You are now rocking with the best. I ain't gonna say fuck the rest, but you are now rocking with the best. Yo, Chase Millie, you got that. You got that, Chase. When you get your shit right, we already talked about that. You got that. You already know that shit. There ain't nothing to talk about, bro. Word up. I got a joke for y'all I'm gonna start out with before we get into this work. I got a joke out for you. There was an angel standing in front of the gates of heaven. A man passed away. And there was stairs going to heaven and there was stairs going to hell. But the man did a lot of crazy shit. A lot of crazy shit. A lot of crazy shit. Nigga done did shit. He done did shit. Murdering, bunch of women, drugs, coke, everything. You name it, he did it. No pedophilia. Death to all pedophiles. No pedophilia. But the man said, yo, check this out. I know I need to be in heaven. So I need to be in heaven. So the angel that's standing there to protect the gates of heaven, the road to the gates of heaven, because you know they say when you get to heaven, they say the street is concrete, but it's gold concrete. They say the doors of heaven are solid gold, and they go up to 5,000 feet tall. 5,000 feet tall, solid gold. But you know what the God said? The God says, if you can get God to open that door, if you can get God to get me to open that door, I'll do it. He said, but you got to convince God. You got to tell God, you got to ask God one question. Pay attention to this, y'all. This was the riddle. The angel said, you got to ask God a question that he doesn't know the answer to. That's the only way you getting into heaven. But I'm not joking. Ain't nobody in here should have a question that they could ask God, because God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning, the creator, the end, and the everything down the middle, the dip, the round the corner, the curveball, the fastball, the basketball, the soccer ball, the football, the submarine, the plane, the car, the birds, the trees, the flowers, the bees. Can anybody in here give me a question that they think they could ask God to make him open up the gates of heaven if God knows everything? Anybody want to give it a shot? Because the man said, well, go get God for me. The security guard angel said, you don't have to go get God. He right here, and turned around, and God was right there at him. God was right there. God said, what do you want, my son? You're supposed to be going to hell. But the man told God, I got a question for you. Your security right there, the angel told me, if I got a question that you don't know the answer to, you will instruct him to open the gates of heaven, and my sins will be absolved, and I can enjoy my family in heaven. So God leaned over and he whispered into God's ear. Next thing you know, you heard some rumbling, and God said, oh God, open the door, let him in the door. So the angel that was put in front of the road to the gates of heaven was confused. See, the angel was sitting there going, can I ask you a question? The guy, he laughing. He like, nigga, fuck all that bullshit. Open the door. You heard what God said. Let me in, sissy. I ain't going to hell. I'm not going to hell. I'm going to heaven. God said, let me in. So the security guard, the angel said, you're right. Don't worry about that. I'm about to open the door right now. But the only way that you can get into heaven is if you ask the Lord Savior God a question that he doesn't know. Yo, Super. See that? See that, Super? See that? See that? See that? Your ass going into timeout right now for a minute. You just been putting timeout for a minute fucking with me, Super. Uh-oh. Nerd too? Okay. Both of you niggas. I got a trick for both of y'all. I'm not playing them disrespectful games when it come to New York. Both of y'all just got put in timeout for a minute. So y'all got 60 seconds to think about how you gonna act when you come back in here, and y'all got wrenches, and I still put y'all in timeout because we don't play them games when it come to New York. When it comes to the New York Giants and the New York Jets. When it comes to the what? The New York Yankee and the New York Mets. When it comes to the New York Islander, the New York Rangers, the Brooklyn Cyclone, the New York Liberty. We will have no disrespect in here. Die-hard Knick fan. Everything NY. Always a queen with her sucker shit too. And she from New York talking about, Super, that's a good one. You know what, Always a queen? Since you want to be fly talking about that's a good one, you get timed out too. You get timed out too. You get timed out too for 1 minute. Everybody coming in here with that New York shit is getting blown out if it ain't respectful. You see how Eve came in here. That's right, Eve. Tell these people about that bullshit. Don't y'all come in here fucking with New York. Don't you? We got the best birds in New York. We got the best birds in the motherfucking world. Shout out to the New York pigeon. If you love New York, shout out to the New York City pigeons. The pigeons is goddamn gangsters. Y'all know that shit? Do you know the pigeons is Yo, the pigeons will wait for you. They'll sit right on the motherfucking stoop and watch you wash your car in the summer. They will sit there and watch you pay somebody to wash your car. Them pigeons will watch your ass go through a car wash. They will watch them put the wax on your car, wax on, wax off, your shit looking immaculate. And then that motherfucking pigeon will shit on your car. That motherfucking pigeon will shit on your car. Am I lying? You know how them rats is, Ja. We don't got rats. We got varmints. The truth lady said there are thousands of pigeons missing in NYC because they robots. Ain't no such thing as no damn birds. Ain't no such thing as no damn pigeons. The only time you seen a baby bird is when you went to the pet shop and bought one of them $3 goddamn canaries. Remember them little shits that last about 4 months? Them shits last like an Energizer battery. They be about this big. Am I lying? Am I lying? You can go to the pet shop and they only got little birds. Them shits last about 3 months, 90 days. You can't even take them to work for 90 days as a pet. They're going to die on you on the 84th day. Back to drop guard like he said. You know how I be bugging out sometimes, y'all. The question that the man asked God when he whispered in his ear, y'all. Remember, the security guard angel said, if you can ask questions to God that he don't know the answer to, you'll get the gates is open. So what he was telling the man is, nigga, you going to hell because God knows everything. But y'all know the question? The question that he asked God was, is y'all ready for this? God said, what is the question? He said, yo, when are black people going to get along?
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. Hold these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, y'all, but he still told. But did you check that out? Did you check the question that he asked God? He asked God, when is black people, when are we going to come together and get along? God didn't even have an answer for that. You see how fucked up? That shit is funny as hell, but ain't that shit fucked up? They got us so against each other. They got us so brainwashed, and we displayed how much we hate each other so much through the simplest things. Through the simplest things. God don't even know. When are we going to get it right? You see what Dog Soldier said? That's a great question right there. When we going to get this shit right? I know it seems like a joke. Like, when we going to get this shit right? Even on YouTube. When we going to get this shit right, y'all? I may not change the world, but I will be a part of the chosen few that help change the world. I promise y'all that. I know some of my thoughts, some of my actions, maybe some of my YouTube podcasts will go down as history. I'm the first person that got up here and say, yo, it's all right to cry for the times that I've made so many people cry. Ain't that some shit? How dare you say you're too tough to cry, but you've made so many other people cry? How about the people's families that cried, unfortunately, when people were killed in the street? How about the mother that cried over her son? How about the grandmother that cried over her grandson? How about the child, the daughter that cried over her father? How about the son that cried over his father? How about the babysitter that watched the person she raised get gunned down on the street? Ain't them reasons for people to cry? What about the people that made them cry? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Chase Milley said, my biggest challenge is trying to work on my own people. It's a fact. But see, what we got to stop doing is putting the color on our own people. See, our own people are human beings. Our own people are white, black, Russian, Japanese, Italian. See, our own people are people with great hearts, with great spirit, with great morale, with great integrity, with great morale, with great concern, with great compassion, with great understanding, with great communication skills, with great problem-solving skills. That's our people. That's our people. Even Italian, Super. Even Italian. Even Italian. See, people talk about the color. Color is what you see. The race is human being. It's humanity. Color don't run the world. Power and evilness runs the world. Color don't run the world. Power and evilness runs the world. Just look at this. For so long, that's why I did this show, because what I'm going to start doing is when I do my wake the fuck up shows early in the morning, you know what? Since they've been asking me to do this, I'm about to give y'all this work again. I'm about to go back to 3 shows a day. 7 o'clock in the morning, lunchtime or in the afternoon, and I'm going to give y'all a nighttime cap to wrap it off with this too, because I run this shit. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, Big Dice run this shit when it comes to this content. When it comes to, ain't nobody, it's one person I think got a breakdown game like me. Shout out Sheepstay TV. That boy is something dangerous. That dude, Sheepstay TV, and then we got the runner up for the year. I'm going to keep it funky with you, artists. If you're listening to me, when it comes to quote unquote, one of the most informative channels on YouTube, y'all would fail to believe this, Dog Soldier. Dog Soldier got some shit over there, y'all. Dog Soldier Digital Broadcasting got some shit over there for y'all ass. Zeke Black, he got some shit over there for y'all ass. Dirty Bronx native, I see you in the building. Mr. Talk to Me Nice. Salute, beloved. Dog Soldier got some shit. And he's very, very intriguing because you'll never know everything, but you'll know just enough. See, that's how generals move. You don't need to know everything. You need to know just enough to survive. You need to know just enough to teach someone else. But shout out to Chase Milano. Y'all know he got the flower shop in Brooklyn. He got the flower shop in the Bronx. Look at Mayor Adams' bitch ass. Yeah, I said it, his bitch ass. Because I told y'all I don't trust him because they just said that he sexually assaulted a woman. Death to all pedophiles. All sexual misconduct against people, against their will. Death to all you niggas. They just said that the mayor allegedly is now being accused of sexual assault from 30 years ago when he was a police chief with a woman that he worked with in the NYPD. I believe it. I believe it. The reason why I believe it is because the first thing he said is, I'm here to tell you this never happened, but I don't recall meeting her. See, that's where you fucked up. First of all, how could you say something never happened if you don't even remember if you know her or not? You don't even recall meeting her. You don't recall having a conversation with her. No, you don't recall any of that, but you're very, very sure that you didn't have sexual misconduct with this woman. How you know that if you don't even know if you met her? You know what I respect about Jamie Foxx? You know what I respect about Jamie Foxx? See, with Jamie Foxx sexual assault, I'm not going to worry about that because Jamie Foxx been saying the same thing from day one. The woman that's suing Jamie Foxx now for allegedly sexual assault, this is the same woman that sued him over 12 years ago, 10 years ago, excuse me, and they found it inadmissible and pure baloney and bullshit, and they threw it out. So now she's coming back again with the same allegations, and they're going to have to use the same evidence from before. So if it didn't work that time, what makes you think it's going to work this time? But you know what? I pay attention to what people say. Jamie Foxx has filed a lawsuit towards her. He said, the first time I let your stupid ass slide when you was trying to play with my name and I didn't come at you like that. But since you're trying to fuck with my brand like that, this is what I got for you. Now he has a lawsuit against her. He ain't playing with that bullshit. First of all, if he was guilty, he would not be wanting to go to court and face his accuser. Pay attention. Look at Puff. Cassie said she wanted that money. The next day, Cassie was paid. When Cassie was paid that money and an additional amount of money to stop talking about whatever she said, all the other so-called alleged accusers came on out the motherfucking closet and said, hold up. Hold the fuck up. That bitch just got, excuse my language, that young lady just got 30. I want some money. Puff fucked me too. Puff raped me too. Puff made me do things I didn't want to do. Think about that. Cassie said Puff would come in with that raw cocaine and go, yo, sniff. She said, I don't like cocaine. He said, bitch, sniff cocaine. It's going to make your muscles loose. It's going to make you have a better time. Take this ecstasy. Take this alcohol. Take this marijuana. It's going to make you easing up because you're too tense. Cassie like, I want to have sex with you. I don't want to fuck them niggas. Puffy like, bitch, shut up. I want that nigga to fuck you and I want to fuck him next. Shut up, Cassie. Cassie like, okay. Super. I agree to disagree. He said Cassie got that money because Puffy would have paid more in lawyer fees. Nah. Cassie got that money because Cassie know a bunch of shit. And Puff don't want that shit to come out. See, Cassie know a lot of shit. Cassie know a lot of shit. You remember they found out that Cassie was fucking with Kid Cudi. Puff whipped that nigga to death and blew his goddamn car up that he bought him. See, Puff was fucking Kid Cudi too, allegedly. Puff said, hold up, I'm fucking you and you fucking her without me? See, Puff didn't give a fuck that he was fucking Cassie. If you pay attention to the motherfucking story, he didn't give a fuck about that. He got upset when he knew he was fucking Cassie without him. See, Puff wanted to be in control of the situation. Take that. Take that. See, Cassie know a lot of shit. Cassie knows some real shit. But anyway, let's get back to this sneaky mayor talking about he didn't rape the lady or didn't sexually have any type of sexual misconduct with the lady, but he don't even remember her. But let me explain something to you. Look what he doing now. Through all the bullshit we went through, how many of y'all been locked up or had to go through the system or was wrote a ticket, a desk appearance ticket back in the days because you was trying to smoke you a spliff, trying to enjoy your herb? How many times y'all had Babylon come put handcuffs on you and treat you like a fucking terrorist because you want to burn you some herb, burn a spliff, beat a spliff, drink a stout, you know what I'm saying, on a nice hot day outside, or you're enjoying your neighborhood, or you're sitting in your car, let's listen to our vibe, you want to smoke. Police run up, smell a herb them, lock you up, and treat you like you're a fool. How many of y'all been through that? I have. Treat you like you're a fool just because you want to burn your weed. Move and go away. Digital Dog, he said, I'm filing a lawsuit due to the fact that Ciroc poisoned my brain and caused me to do things with extremely obese women that I'm still seeing therapists for. But see, this is something I'm glad Ja said that. Puff don't own Ciroc. King Craig said, I've been through it. FTC said, I've been through it. Drop Guard said, shaking my head, Dice. New York had me running all day, all the time. That's a fact. But y'all don't understand something. Puff don't own Ciroc. He said, I had a lawsuit against the 43rd piece and strip searched me because I had a little bit of ganja. We've been there. See, if y'all was outside, this is what y'all been through. See, number one, people complain about the police now. The police is a little crazy now, but they're a lot better than when the police we was dealing with. They're a lot better than the police we was dealing with. The Cash Apps is open. The Super Chats is open. This is the way you show your love. This is the way I get motivated. Don DeMarco. The police we was fucking with would pistol whip your ass, beat the shit out of you, drive you around, and then drop you off in a motherfucking neighborhood where they knew you had beef with niggas. I don't know about the police that y'all dealing with today. At least the police today are going to be like, hold on, calm down, just get against the wall. We don't want to hurt you. I'm going to tase you. I am going to tase you if you don't comply to what I'm asking you. I didn't grow up with them type of police. I grew up with police that didn't even have pepper spray. And when them niggas tell you, matter of fact, they didn't tell you halt. Them niggas jumped out and ran and chased you down. Them niggas tackled you from behind when you didn't even see them. Them niggas chased you down with their cars. I'm from when they gave police mountain bikes and them niggas would chase your ass through the park. You see what Drop Guard said? Stop and frisk was different. He said, yo, Super said, Dice, it ain't funny they let Eric Adams get this far and now they trying to stop his the immigrants from flooding the city finally. They want to convict them of charges from decades ago. See, you paying attention to what's going on. And look what they doing now. Shout out to Chase Milano. Let me show y'all something. I want to see if y'all know about this. Let me see if y'all know about this. All the bullshit we went through from weed, now weed is legal. Look at this shit. Look what they trying to do now, and they got Adams' name on top of the shit. Check this out, y'all.
The legal pot shops. Not so fast. The city is now cracking down on landlords who own buildings housing those illegal pot shops. At least 50 building owners have received letters to fix the problem or expect big fines.
Big fines. Fox 5's Briella Tomasetti is
shout
live
out to the
outside
super
a
chat.
legal
Appreciate you,
pot
dog.
shop in Astoria, Queens. Briella, you got any customers out there already this morning?
Not yet. They are still closed, but we'll check in later this morning. Dan and Deshani, good morning to both of you. This is, only one of 11 legal dispensaries here in New York City, but nobody is in jeopardy at this particular location. The city and state officials, though, are cracking down on those illegal shops, and they're sending a clear message for those who continue to operate illegally. They want those people off the streets. They are taking even more drastic measures to make sure that happens. We've watched and we've even gotten a first-hand look at multiple illegal smoke
Chase Millie,
shop
appreciate that
raids.
super
Now,
chat,
Mayor
beloved.
Adams and the New York City Sheriff's Office have a new target: the landlords and building owners who rent to them.
We clearly know that the
Now, see, y'all ain't even know that. This is another reason why I did this show. Y'all ain't even know that. Shout out to Chase Millie for the super chat. Y'all ain't even know this. He let y'all know. Y'all don't even pay attention. You didn't look at his community board. Chase Milano has a flower shop. And he even told people, if you really want a job, come out and get some motherfucking money. This is another one of the reasons why I did this show, to make sure that my man Chase, the people that he's dealing with, are on the up and up. Because Chase on the up and up. This is his legal right. He's paying his taxes. He got his card and everything. This is what he's doing. He's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He's really one of the ones, like some of us, that can tell you, we're on YouTube because we want to be, not because we have to be. Shout out to Dog Soldier. Some of us are on YouTube because God directed us here. For what reason, I don't know why God put me here. I'm starting to see the work on my patience, the work on my judgment, to try to pierce my heart from the armor that's around it, because I'm real funny when it comes to trust. To help other people that's going through certain things that I'm going through. Because every problem that you have, there's somebody with that problem, but in a deeper state of that problem. If it's a mental problem, there's people that have mental problems that's deeper than what we're going through. If it's a financial problem, it's people that have financial problems way than what we're going through. We sitting up in our houses, in our homes, talking about what bill we gonna pay. There's some people sitting on trains, sitting outside in the cold, waiting to make sure that they get beds in a shelter for the night. That's what I meant, Super, when I said flower shop. Look my man Chase Milano up. Go follow him. He ain't playing. 24-hour delivery. Don DeMarco. See, if y'all would have watched the live yesterday, doo-doo heads, I told you, go subscribe to Chase Milano, doo-doo heads, but do one more favor for me. I'm just joking with the doo-doo heads. Don't take that personally. Do me one favor, just like I tell people when I appreciate y'all when y'all come subscribe to me. I just need you to take it one step further and hit that bell notification. And to everybody, to all the channels that you're subscribed to, make sure that your bell notification stays on. I'm not saying that YouTube is doing funny things, but I've had a couple of people tell me that they didn't get my notifications, and when they checked their bell notification, ironically, mysteriously, the bell notification is off. But let's get into this work, y'all, about how, quote unquote, now Mayor Adams, after we went through all this scrutiny and all this problem to finally get the burner split, now they're giving problems to the landlords. The landlords. You beefing with a landlord because somebody has a space that they want to rent. A landlord is supposed to just rent you a space. Let's get into this work.
The people currently operating or made a decision to operate outside of the law.
A multi-agency task force sent letters to landlords and the owners of 50 buildings, warning them that they could be legally liable if their tenants continue selling cannabis or tobacco without a license. The repercussions include fines of up to $1,000 a day, which could increase to $5,000 plus attorney fees if building owners don't take action. At those 50 locations alone, the task force has seized nearly $4 million in illegal products and imposed about $3.2 million in civil penalties.
Now check what they said just now, y'all. Y'all paid attention? I'm going to leave that right there. They said they have seized nearly $4 million in illegal products, meaning they got $4 million in fucking product, boy. What y'all think they gonna do with that $4 million in product? Y'all think they gonna throw it away? Let me ask you something. You think they gonna throw away $4 million worth of bud? That's not cocaine. That's not heroin. That's not opioids. That's not psychedelics. That's marijuana. That's herb. That's gummies. What you think they gonna do with that? You heard what they said has seized nearly $4 million in illegal products so far. And they said they're not gonna take you to jail no more. I knew this was a setup. I knew this shit was a setup. They're not gonna take you to jail no more, but they can fine you up to $1,000 a day. They are 31 days in the fucking month. Let's go.
Jeez.
We received complaints from the community. We received complaints from elected officials. And we also saw the growth of these locations that are targeted toward our schools, our public parks, our houses of worship. And these are all things that are in clear violation of the state legislation that was passed.
According to the New York State Office of Cannabis Management, there are only 11 licensed dispensaries up and running across the 5 boroughs. That compares to more than 2,000 unlicensed shops, which officials say pose a significant health risk to the public.
The health concerns are pretty serious because there's no control mechanism here. We have found them mixing these products with all kinds of substances and sprays.
In August, a state Supreme Court judge issued an injunction blocking regulators from handing out new licenses. Now, though, that could all change. The state cannabis board.
Did you hear that? They said now they are blocking certain new residents. What they mean is they're not even going to let you, quote unquote, legally apply for your license. You see what they're doing? Look what Truth Lady said. They want 80 grand for a license.
Voted yesterday to settle lawsuits which allege that New York favored those convicted of marijuana-related offenses over disabled veterans. If approved by a judge, the settlement will pave the way for hundreds of new stores to open up shop.
After a few lawsuits and getting on the other side of a few preliminary injunctions and temporary restraining orders, we have about, I believe as of today, it's 27 dispensaries open in the state.
Yeah, so this settlement rather means that more than 400 retail license holders will finally be able to open up shop. That's including nearly 24 who were ready to hit the ground running before that stoppage took place. For now, though, we're live here in Astoria, Queens. Dan and Deshani, back to you.
All right, Briella, thank you.
Now that's some deep shit. Chase said he had to give him $250. I know in Colorado, when they started out and started thinking about giving people the opportunity to be entrepreneurs and open up medicinal marijuana or bud shops, they wanted $1 million. They wanted $1 million in Denver, Colorado. I got family out there. They wanted $1 million US, and they wanted you to have at least $500,000 to $625,000 in a savings account. How many people got $1 million cash to give somebody to open a business? Check this out. They want $1 million before you even do anything inside the store, before you even put up a sign, before you even put up a shelf, before you even buy a fire extinguisher, before you even buy some toilet paper, before you even buy anything to promote open or close sign. They want $1 million cash, and they want $500,000 to $625,000 in a checking account. Who the fuck got that straight up and down that they can show somebody without being interrogated or investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit, y'all? So you mean to tell me, and they're telling you right now, you heard what they just said. They said they are upset. They are upset because the license, they're making the license more eligible for people that came home from jail, check this out, for crimes pertaining to marijuana conviction. They feel as though when you come home from jail, if you did a bid, state or fed, pertaining to marijuana conviction, and you have convictions of selling marijuana, they feel as though this is a lucrative job that you should do what? Look into, and they are damn near walking you in to get the license for literally nothing, just because they know the unfair law sentences and the time that they gave certain people pertaining to marijuana was going to come back to bite them. Number one, they put marijuana on top of opioids, cocaine, and heroin when it comes to the stature of detriment drugs in the world. This was back in the days, like the Ron Reagan era, before they just revised all of this. They had marijuana as the number one contagious and addicting drug that can make you go to anything other than marijuana. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. We saw many commercials back in the days when they talked about cocaine. We saw many things back in the days when they talked about cocaine, and they said legible cocaine first goes from, remember the commercial? Dinner with you and your lady. Then it went to opera tickets. Then it went to a plane ticket. Then it went to a vacation. Then it went to your car. Then it went to your home. And then at the end of the commercial, people were outside homeless. St. Reginald Clark Moore, salute, beloved. Appreciate you for pulling up in the building. He said, Psalm 73rd verse, 8th chapter, 73rd chapter, 8th verse, they are corrupt and they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. He said they was trying to call marijuana a gateway drug. Pure foolishness. But then again, pertaining to any drug, I think it really pertains to your mind. Some people can smoke marijuana and go crazy. Some people could really smoke marijuana, take one pull and start hallucinating, seeing spaceships and shit like that. And then people like myself, we can smoke on them candy cigarettes all day and be like, what the fuck is wrong with that nigga? It's just like a person that's on heroin. They can shoot heroin, sniff heroin all day. Let that first time you sniff some heroin or shoot some heroin, it's gonna fuck you up. It's just like a person that maybe is addicted to crack cocaine. They can smoke crack all day because what they're doing, they're chasing that first high. Just like a person on heroin, they're chasing the first actual high. See, the difference with marijuana is you smoke that ooh-wee, you get better highs than the first highs. Ain't that some shit when it comes to marijuana? You can get a better high than your first high pertaining to marijuana, because our first high to everybody out here was cigarettes. Inshallah, if you were smoking cigarettes back in the days, that nicotine and everything gave you a head rush. You was like, oh shit, remember when you smoked your first cigarette? You was feeling dizzy, you was high. But think about that, Craig. They got they got weed coming out now. That's why I'm telling myself what I got to do. They got weed coming out now that's taking you past your first experience of getting high. Remember that's what the people that's addicted to heroin and addicted to crack, ain't that what they chasing? They're chasing that first high. Marijuana is giving you a better high than your first high. Something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right. Now, if it's the natural bud that's being grown straight up and down from the dirt with all the additives in it, hey, that might be something to look into. But this new shit, this ZOP, do you understand that the marijuana now is having an addiction rate, an addiction totality, just like opioids? Number one, if you smoke that motherfucking Boom Bomb Z, if you smoke that goddamn Zaza, that gumbo, them Fruity Pebbles, them black cherries, them lemon cherries, them gelatos, if you smoke that, if you put that into your body, if someone gives you a spliff of some regular, I don't want that shit. Remember that shit back in the days? We were smoking Mexican brick, and that shit was fire. We were smoking skunk. That shit was fire. Chocolate Thai stick, lamb spread, fire. Jay said, I got an alien brain that only a select few can truly appreciate. Appreciate you. Because I really do feel like I'm from another world. I ain't gonna front to y'all. I be laughing sometimes thinking about that shit to myself. I'm like, is you from another world? See, I do this every day. See, every day. See, a lot of people, I get this from Michael Jackson. See, I heard it when I was younger, but I didn't pay attention to it. Michael Jackson said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. He didn't say he was talking to his mother, his father, his brother, his sister, his girlfriend, his son, and his daughter. He said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. So, you know, every day I get up and I look in the mirror when I'm brushing my teeth. I have a spiritual conversation with myself, because that's the only way you can see your soul is if you're looking directly into your motherfucking soul. A lot of people are afraid to look into that mirror. I'll stare into that mirror and I ask myself certain questions. Why you did that, Dice? Well, what was the reason behind that? Why do you feel like that? What's your next move? You know that could be dangerous. See, these are the things I have with myself. I don't know. I'm not afraid of myself and my conscience. I'm not. I used to be. Let me tell you when I was afraid of myself and my conscience. When I was running around doing things that I didn't want to do. The super thug attitude, the killer, always got my gun, waiting for somebody to say something to me, the pistol whips, the arguments in the street, the confrontations with the police, the nights I made my mother worry. That's when I was doing things that I didn't want to do. Them was things I was doing because I felt as though I had to. And that's sucker shit. See, now as an adult, like I told y'all before, I say this before adamantly, I've been saying it over a year. There's a small G in the alphabet, and then there's a capital G. I choose to be a grown-up. When I was a little boy, I acted as a little boy. When I was a teenager, I acted as a teenager. When I was a young man trying to come up, you know, knocking them down, I was coming up and I was knocking them down. But right now, I am an adult. I'm an elder. I accept who I am. I embrace who I am. I love who I am. I love who I became. I can't wait to see who I'm going to become. Abraham Lincoln said, don't judge me for who I was when I was a child. Love me, accept me, and embrace me for who I became as a man. But this is the one I wanted to talk to y'all about. Let's get into this conversation. I dropped the link if anybody want to pull up. Drop Guard said that chocolate was a favorite. Dirty Bronx Native said that Panama Red, that Acapulco Gold, that Afghanistan, that Durban Poison. Yes, yes. You talking about the era of what? Oh, I was there. I was there. You talking about that Luke Skywalker era. That Girl Scout cookie era. That train wreck era. I was there. I was there. I was. I promise you I was there. I was there for the train rock. I was there for the train wreck. I was there when the moon rock first came, when people didn't want to smoke moon rock. I was there. Remember, do the history. I had the juice bar 27 years ago. Tell them, Craig. I did this all before. Yo, let me tell you something. Shout out to everybody selling the apes and doing their thing now. See, shout out to all the weed entrepreneurs that's doing it now, because when I was doing it, I didn't have no past. These niggas was trying to knock our heads off. Police was trying to kill us every day, stop us every day, stick up kids, robbers, thieves. Tell them, Craig, we was outside when it was serious, when I really had to have that gun on me at all time. Wish I didn't have to. But it was that PPE. It was that, what? That personal protection equipment. I got the hash back in the days from the Africans, nerd. The nerd used to give me the Africans. The nerd used to give me the hash. See, people thought you could make hash. There was people making hash in the oven with mustard. That's not hash. I was getting that black Afghanistan tar from the Africans. That's when allegedly I was getting the triple stacks, you know? The blue hippos, the pink Dumbos, the Mike Tysons. I'm talking about the triple stacks, them shits that was looking like motherfucking annihilators back in the days when they was $27, $30 a pill. Allegedly, all educational purposes. Shout out to Ziggy Black with that cloth talk. Allegedly. Educational purposes. You dig what I'm saying? Forgive me. He's like Craig said. Craig said, I was there. You know, I don't knock shit. I just know who I am. But let me ask y'all something. They talking about giving us reparations. But before we get into this reparation conversation, shout out to Way to Black. Make sure y'all get over there and go subscribe to Way to Black, Team Hami. This is his latest video. Shout out to the sister Dior. Let's go, y'all. Let's get into this work. Shout out to Waiter.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shake
it. Go crazy, go dumb. Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shake it.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a
I'm going dumb. I'm a forbidden, I'm numb. I do my dance, I dance with my gun. Waiter, I met a Cuban, no couldn't. I put my thumb in the pudding. I did it, they said it, I couldn't.
Go!
I'm with the biggest stunner.
Hold up, let's go! Hit that like button, Big Dice in the building.
Go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy,
go dumb.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Ain't nobody touching them. Waiter.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shake it.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a
I'm going dumb. I'm a forbidden, I'm numb. I do my dance, I dance with my gun. Whoa, wait up. I met a Cuban, no couldn't. I put my thumb in the pudding. I did it, they said it, I couldn't. Whoa, I'm with the biggest stunner of all. I might bitch off one day, next day I go buy that bitch a more. I flip one brick, I flip two brick, then I buy that bitch a car. I pop one pill, I pop two pill, now a nigga out of mall.
Get crazy, go dumb. Better get sturdy for fun. Aim it, I load it, they run. Lethal night needles get litty, go none. Shooters like Katie and Grady. Hitting up my jersey, I'm patiently waiting. I'm in the garden with Adam just aiding. I ain't in the zone that they paying. Sweating the rookie, but know I'm the realest. Bitches be playing, but know I'm the illest. Pretty and trapping, so bitch, I'm the trillest. Been stacking my paper, that's why I'm the biggest. That's why I'm the biggest. That's why I'm
go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty gon' rock to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shake
it, go crazy, go dumb. Me, I'm as lit as they come. I'm starting with Mrs. Dior. If I up and I click it, they run. Bitches, they come to the door. I gotta talk it more. It feel like I'm fucking a raw. Gucci the fit, broken the bag. Fuck it, I'm buying it all.
I'm in the deli when I'm on the block. Bust down the peanut, order the chop. Serve on the bean and I yell at the op. Brooklyn, New York, the hustle don't stop. Bet they gon' move off the rock of my hips. I hit my dance when I'm making them hits. Rockin' Dior when I start in the strip. I'm with the king, you know they are.
Shout out the Way to Black, y'all. Shout out the Way to Black. Shout out the Way to Black. That nigga crazy. Way to talking that shit, son. That nigga said, I'm dancing with my gun. Fuck it. Fuck it. He said, I put my finger in a pudding. Fuck it. Way don't give a fuck about none of that shit, y'all. Shout out the Way to Black and Team Homie, man. Shout out to Cheeks the Hoodologist. Make sure y'all get over there, subscribe to Cheeks the Hoodologist. Nerd, do me a favor, throw their handles up. Cheeks the Hoodologist, Team Waiter, Waiter Black, Team Homie, the gorgeous ladies of Atak, the Russian Princess, and Bori, Angie Baby, and everybody else that got y'all handles, drop them handles and let everybody know where to come get y'all at and how to find y'all. You heard me? I had some mango haze too. I ain't gonna front though. I had some mango haze back in the days. I had some mango haze that was incredible. And we used to smoke that shit with the mango Phillies. Remember when the mango, the peach Phillies, the strawberry Phillies, the grape Phillies, all them shits came out? We used to smoke that mango haze with the mango Philly. Because remember, if y'all know anything about that bud back in the days, if a man was smoking a Philly, that was a no-no because a Philly was what niggas used to smoke crack spliffs. Niggas was smoking woolers with the Phillies. See, I've been smoking blunts since niggas was doing the White Owls. White Owls. White Owl to the Dutch Master, Garcia Vega. The green Garcia Vega, then the chocolate Garcia Vega, then the Optimo. You dig? Then the Dutch Master came out with the leaf, so we adapted to the Dutch Master. Then it went to the Fronto leaf. Then it went to the what? It went to the what? After the Fronto leaf? It went to the flavored Phillies. Strawberry, banana, mango, pineapple, grape. But they started going out of style because, number one, once you dip the Phillies into that flavoring, if you don't sell them fresh, they turn stale. Let's walk down memory lane. And after that, everybody rushed right back to the Dutch Masters because they burn real slow. I'm talking about when it was a bunch of leaves, when you had to unravel it or split it straight down the middle with a brand new razor. Then we went to the what? The backwoods. But if you was in North Carolina, you was dealing with the Swisher Sweets. Drop Guard said that the backwoods hit just like Fronto. She said, but some people always smoking a bowl, never had tobacco. That's a fact. That bomb. Big Chase Millie said, your channel growing fast in a quiet way. Appreciate you, bro. Keep up the great work. Slow dough is show dough. Slow dough is show dough. In the words of the great Al Compa. In the words of the great Al Compa, y'all know what he said. What we gonna do? We're gonna walk slow and talk low. That's it. Walk slow, talk low. Manners and respect. I jack that. See, I don't jack too much. I jack that. But walk slow and talk low. Manners and respect. That's all I could do. I ain't got no time. I ain't got no time to be speeding. I ain't got no time to be speeding, y'all. See, when you're speeding, you don't even understand how much you go through life without enjoying it. It's just like when you're speeding in a car. When you're speeding in a car, you're so worried about somebody coming out or cutting in front of you or somebody running a red light or you losing control of the car, you can't even enjoy the ride of your car. That's why it's cruise control, and that's why, quote unquote, they have speed limits. For you can do what? Not just ride in your car, you get to enjoy your car. You get to enjoy the way your car moves with the shocks. You get to sit up in the leather, if not leather cloth. You get to listen to some music. You get to feel a good breeze, whether it's from the air conditioner or you just rolling down your window and you getting that natural good air from God. These are things we have to pay attention to and give thanks to. Long live El Dread. Long live the Dread. You see what FT says, son? Everybody in here saying, long live the Dread. I ain't got no problem walking slow and talking low. I don't have to scream to be heard. I don't think I have to be scream to be heard. It seemed like when I raise my voice and do scream, I'm heard, but I'm not heard the way I want to be heard. See, when you raise your voice and you scream and you get erratic, people hear me. But then they look at me like I'm crazy or they're scared of me or they're fearful of certain things that they see I'm doing or going through, worried about my reaction. That's not how I want to live my life. It's not how I want to live my life. I don't want to live my life saying I might bump into you at the store, then I might have to kill you. Or you might have to kill me. I don't want to be in a basketball park playing ball and then see niggas and say like I might have to blow shots at these niggas or y'all coming to blow shots at me. I don't want to live my life like that. I've lived my life like that for so long, it drained me and turned me into the paranoid individual person that I am today. And I think being 51 years old, I'm working on a peaceful ending. However, I'm going to ride it out. I want to ride it out peaceful. I don't want to go out like one of them old gunslingers. Oh, sitting there looking at my son or somebody I love talking about, yo, don't worry about it. Live my name, like some shit in the motherfucking movies. That's not the way I want to go out. That's not how I want to go out. I want to go out chilling. I want to go out watching a basketball game, you know, watching a good movie. Shit, fishing. Enjoying some air. Shit, and some good loving. Shit. Then again, I don't want to go out and no loving because that's being selfish, because I would not want to be making love to a woman and then all of a sudden I die, because I know that could be an effect on her mentally. So I don't want to do that. That's selfish. But I would like to go out holding the hands of a woman that I know love me and I love her. Just holding her hands, talking to her about the times when we were younger. When we got to run around and be crazy. Hank McCoy, I see you in the building, beloved. But let me ask y'all something. How y'all feel about this reparations they talking about giving us? How y'all feel about this? Reparations, man. These reparations was supposed to be given to our ancestors from slavery back in the days, but they're talking about finally giving us reparations. How do y'all feel about these reparations? Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you believe that it's going to actually happen? Do you believe that we're going to get some money or some property, shit, or some gold, something, because of the injustice that our ancestors went through? Pay attention to this right quick. Let's see how y'all feel about this.
This morning, California's Reparations Task Force, the first of its kind in the nation, has voted to send recommendations for reparations to state lawmakers, saying it hopes to right the wrongs of slavery as well as land, housing, and health discrimination.
My great-grandfather was a sharecropper who had 17 children and worked from sunup to sundown and died with absolutely nothing.
The task force is recommending payments of up to $1.2 million for any African American over 70.
Now, see, I think y'all better pay attention to what's going on. Y'all see how them black women, shout out to the black women. Hank said they owe us their souls, just playing. Dog Soldier said, keep your money, give me my land and my worth, and the cash they're losing value every day. That's a fact. Hank said he don't see nothing changing. He's saying that shit is bullshit. Word up, shots. Long live the rail. Long live the great comp. Shit, damn, y'all ain't even hear the rest of the goddamn... Damn, y'all ain't even hear the rest of the segment. And everybody said, we don't believe this shit, Dice. Fuck them niggas. They ain't trying to give us no money. The minute y'all seen $1.2 million in payments, everybody said, get the fuck out of here. So what, you don't think, hold on, let's get to this work right quick. You don't think they got enough money to give every African American $1.2 million? You don't think they got that bread? You don't think they got that money? That's light money. That's light money. First of all, anything that they can formulate and accumulate in a computer and transmit and put on a card electronically, that's light money. But let's get into this work. I'm going to start from the beginning. The reason why I just paused it, because y'all seen how that black lady was. She said, my grandfather worked from sunup to sundown, and he didn't die with a dime. So you ain't going to be playing with our black sisters. Hell no, we're going to start this from the beginning. You don't get to be playing with our people.
This morning, California's Reparations Task Force, the first of its kind in the nation, has voted to send recommendations for reparations to...
I didn't even know that it was a reparations task force. Anybody in the building? We got 21 people in the building. That's God's number, 7 3 times. Anybody in the building, have you ever knew that they had a reparations task force? Super said they got it for Israel. He said they got it for migrants. Did you even know that there was a reparations task force? Let's start this over again, people. Let's get right.
This morning, California's Reparations Task Force, the first of its kind in the nation, has voted to send recommendations for reparations to state lawmakers, saying it hopes to right the wrongs of slavery as well as land, housing, and health discrimination.
My great-grandfather was a sharecropper who had 17 children and worked from sunup to sundown and died with absolutely nothing.
The task force is recommending payments of up to $1.2 million for any African American over 70 that can...
Yes, Truth Lady. This is for the state of California, but actually, they're actually going to legislation, and they've been voting now for the past 4 months. They want this to be worldwide. But pay attention to the stipulations and how you can get the money. Pay attention. Listen carefully. I got to go back to my sister. I like her attitude.
Discrimination.
My great-grandfather was a sharecropper who had 17 children and worked from sunup to sundown and died with absolutely nothing.
The task force is recommending payments of up to $1.2 million for any African American over 70 that can trace their ancestry to enslaved people, compensating them for what it describes as...
Did y'all hear that shit? Did y'all hear that right quick? Y'all heard that? You see the curveball they threw in that one? I thought reparations would just be passed out just because the fact that we are black people, that genetically they has proved that trauma can be passed through genetic breeding from years and years ago pertaining slavery that was passed down with certain fears that we hold upon us. Did you understand what they said? They said you have to do what? You have to trace, you have to be able to trace your family members back to slavery. You have to be able to trace your family back to slavery. And if I'm not mistaken, they just said something about you had to be 70 years old. Does that make any sense? Let's listen to this again because maybe I'm bugging the fuck out. Maybe I'm bugging the fuck out.
The wrongs of slavery, as well as land, housing, and health discrimination.
My great-grandfather was a sharecropper who had 17 children and worked from sunup to sundown and died with absolutely nothing.
The task force is recommending payments of up to $1.2 million for any African American over 70 that can trace their ancestry to enslaved people, compensating them.
Any African American over the age of 70. Any African American over the age of 70. Pay attention. Any African American, any black person over the age of 70 that can trace their family, their lineage, their genetic gene makeup back to slavery. This is where they throw the curveball in. Are y'all ready for this? This is where they throw the curveball in. Are y'all ready for this? A lot of us, because we have this beautiful bronze color of chocolate on us, you know y'all don't come back as black, right? Just because you have this beautiful color of bronze on you, you know that has nothing to do with being black. Y'all forgot about that? There are black Ethiopians, they're black Chinese, they're black Russians, they're black Panamanians, they're black Dominicans, they're black Puerto Ricans. They're Hispanic people that are black as my beard. But they are what? Their nationalities are Russian, Europe, Brazilian, Italian. Yes, there are Italians also that are my complexion and darker. You don't see the real mob movies of the real old school Italians. They're my color. And they're wearing that beautiful Italian gold. It's like a red color. Cuba the Bronx. Look what Cuba just said. Pardon me, Cuba, I got your number. I'm going to hit you up, too. Pardon me. Black Cubans. Shout out to Cuba the Bronx for pulling up. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the God channel. So when they do the genomics, the DNA genetic background, you notice they got that thing right now called what? Ancestry.com. You notice you can go spend some money now. Open-minded, salute. I see you in the building. You see what he said? We got melanated meaning black. Because if you have melanin in your skin, the word he just used is melanated. We have melanated men all over the world. Men and women all over this planet, excuse me. Chinese. Every nationality has a person as dark as my beard. So what they're doing now when it comes to your what? Your genes, they're telling you have to be able to be over 70 years old and trace your gene back to a person or your whole lineage back to slavery. A lot of us can't do that. You know why? Because a lot of us were raped. A lot of our great-grandmothers were raped. A lot of our great-grandmothers was raped and bred. That's where a lot of fair-skinned people come from because of what? Slave owners that had their way with their slave women. It's a fact, though, Super. It's a fact. Now check this out. This I don't think y'all really ready for this truth. Everybody that has a cell phone right now, did you ever know that, quote unquote, the most highest and respected Romans, the most highest and respected Catholic priests are black? Look into your phone right now. Pull up photos of the black prophets in the Vatican. Pull up the photos of the original prophets in the Vatican right now. They're still there in the Vatican right now. See, a lot of us ain't never been to Rome, and a lot of us ain't never been inside no Vatican cathedral. We ain't never been in no Vatican cathedral, but you know what? You can go to your cell phone now. You can go to your cell phone right now if you think I'm joking and look at the photos. Look at the photos of the Roman Catholic priests. You see what Open-Minded said? He said, those slave ships were heavy and they dropped us off in portions as I added on to those islands. He said, do your research, people. The Spaniards are from Spain. That's a fact. The Spaniards in Spain, think about it. When we look at the country of Haiti, what's on the other side of Haiti, y'all? What's on the other side of Haiti? What's on the other side of Haiti, if you know anything about Haiti? The Dominican Republic. That's a fact, nerd. The Dominican Republic. The other side of Haiti is the Dominican Republic. The other side of the Dominican Republic is Haiti. That's a fact. He said at the French owe well, because the French owe Haitians. Shout out to my brothers from the Sapase. But let's get back into this work.
Them for what it describes as harm to their health, mass incarceration, over-policing, and housing discrimination.
Land was stolen from many, as in my husband's case. My husband has the deeds to these properties. That state. This land belongs to my descendants forever and ever.
Several descendants told their stories in a public forum. Task Force member Jovan Scott Lewis insists reparations are not.
Hold up, y'all. Did y'all pay attention to the woman? Did y'all pay attention to the woman? Did y'all pay attention to the first woman that just spoke to y'all? I'm going to go back again. Did y'all pay attention to the color? Did y'all pay attention to the color of the first woman that just said she wants money from her husband and her family? Pay attention.
Discrimination.
Land was stolen from many, as in my husband's case. My husband has the deeds to these properties. That state. This land belongs to my descendants.
That looks like a white woman. That looks like a European woman. No disrespect to anybody. This ain't about no color. But I just tried to express to y'all what does being the color brown have to do with being black. See, what it is a lot of us, when they do the DNA backing to our family, when they do the DNA backing to our family, if you go have a genetic DNA done for you right now on Ancestry.com, a lot of us don't come back black. Yeah, I know your grandmother showed you she know how to make potato salad. I know your mom's got a mean motherfucking fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. And I know your aunt know the best motherfucking deviled eggs in the world. And your cousin, she got that mean motherfucking chocolate cake, but it's not going to come back that you're black. It's going to come back that you are what? Mixed. And 7 out of 10 times, because of what? Genes, it's going to come back that the minority of our genetic composure is not African anymore. It's going to be mixed with Russian, Polish, Italian, Hispanic, European, Belizean, Brazilian, Trinidadian, Irish. Irish. My last name is McLeod. Irish. If you have a Mick on your name, an MC, you are of an Irish heritage. Mick, if you have anything, McMillan, McCormick, McLeod, McDowell, McCoy, McDuffie, McDaniels, McPeterson, McPhillips, you are of Irish descent. I promise you, if you do a genealogy, you're going to come back to be Irish. You're automatically excluded. First of all, what you mean your family was slaves? So were you family of the slaves or were you family of the slave owner? Because they said you have to be 70 years plus. And when you come back, we want to know, are you a descendant of the slaves, meaning both of the slaves, your mother and father are both of African descent that may have been sliced with a little impurity because of rape, but are you a descendant of two slaves, or are you a descendant because of the landowner, which is the slave master, and a slave? Or back then, as it was deemed as law, his property to do with as he pleases. Now, if you come back to be, and your DNA is lined up with the massa, that fucks up the whole motherfucking agreement. That fucks up the whole agreement. See, you're supposed to be wanting reparations for what your family has been through. You want reparations. You want some type of compensation for the long work, for the time that you was beat, for the time your family members was starved, for the times y'all was manipulated, for the times our family members was raped, for the times our family members was sold off, for the times our family member was traded. For the mental anguish that we went through. But if you come back to the person that ran the plantation, that's going to automatically exclude you from a dime, because why are they going to pay you if you're a descendant of a slave master? And now they have to pay all this money to African Americans, niggas like they want to say, free money to niggas like they want to say. Already, first of all, we got to give them some goddamn money. We got to give these pieces of shit some goddamn money. These monkeys got to get some money. And then quote unquote what? We're going to give you some money too? Hell no. You got more motherfucking gene from the master. So you should have motherfucking had some money already, sissy. But then think about it. If they was to give us reparations, they was talking about giving each individual black person $363,673.67 to be exact, individually, equally. Every black person on the world. But think about this shit. Y'all couldn't even handle a motherfucking stimulus check. Yo, Ja, if you hear me play big Bob Marley tunes, you know them type thing me already know, veteran. One of my favorite tunes by Bob Marley. You dig what he said? He was the stone that was rejected. I know about Bob Marley's father having a big sugarcane company. A lot of people don't know that. Bob Marley's father was a white man with a big sugarcane company, big rich family. When Bob went to talk to his family about who he was, about who his father was, they laughed at him. Move and go away. They shunned him off. They shunned him off. You don't understand that? That's why Bob Marley was what? Married to who, but in love with who? What? Left the what and take the what? A lot of people don't know Bob was one of my favorites, man. Bob was in love and had children with a beautiful woman, Big Oman Dot, Empress, that sung with him when it was Bob Marley and the Wailers. But Bob was in love with a white woman, madly in love with the white woman. Some will eat and drink with you. Must believe it. If the cap fits, make them wear it. Big tone. Boop, boop, boop. Bop, bop, bop. Drop, drop, drop. Yeah. Man will hate you, and some will. Ooh. You worst enemy can be your best friend. Yet your best friend, your worst enemy. Wicked tune, man. Rest in peace to Bob Marley. Rest in peace to my man. Well, he alive. Shout out to Bud Belly. The favorite tune he used to play by Bob Marley was Wait in Vain. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. Wicked tune. Hoo girl, hoo girl. Y'all don't know nothing about them tunes. But if we do get, say for instance, if 20 people in the building right now, if y'all all get $363,000 a piece, what y'all gonna do with it? They went crazy over the 2 stimuluses. Was it 2? They went crazy over the stimuluses we just got. What you think black people gonna do, quote unquote, with reparations? First of all, this is fucked up, but I'm talking about our people. I'm not talking about the intelligent ones. I'm talking about the niggas. Because number one, what they just did with the PPP loans. You notice how many of them niggas, not black people, them dumbass niggas. See, nigga is a mind state. That has nothing to do with ethnicity. Nigger is an ignorance. That's a mind state. It's some people that went and got them PPP loans and was like, yo, I know I'm going to jail. I know I'm going to go through some headache. I know I'm going to go through some heartache. But fuck that. I'm going to get this motherfucking PPP loan. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And then when they come back for that paper, I'm flipping it no matter what. So whatever, if they ask for it back, I might have the part that I got back. I might not, but I might be able to give them some money and tell them, yo, I'm paying this shit off. Because number one, that PPP loan shit was a PPP trap. You see what FTC said? Bob Marley got a lot of history that the world don't even know. Drop God said, I'm going to buy a little Billy and treat him better than his parents. Whatever people want to do with their share, it's up to them, but you can't tell people you won't pay them. what they're owed because you don't know what they're going to do with it. That's a fact. The reason why I say that, quote unquote, is they might as well go ahead. They might as well go ahead and just get that money out because the majority of that money is going to go right back to them. It's going to be a few of us that's going to know what to do and hopefully profit and manipulate that money and catapult to a better way financially of living. But the majority of them, they're going to buy cars, they're going to buy jewelry, they're going to the strip club, they're going to Dubai, they're going to buy lobster, they're having a seafood boil every week, they're having a card game every day, they're having a dice game every day, they're tricking, they're buying drugs. What can we do? What will we do with that type of money? What could you really do with 367,000? Like, what would you do with it? Number one, the majority of the people with some sense that don't have their own home, the first thing you're going to want to be is what? A first-time homeowner. So you're going to go buy a home, get a decent crib today with the equities and the loans and everything on out of that 370, that's 370 gone. Especially if you're in New York or if you're in the Upper East Coast. That shit is gone. If you come down to the South, you might spend 200,000, 225,000. So you're going to have a little bit of motherfucking change to put some damn furniture in the goddamn house. But after you pay the tax and all that, you're back to being dead broke again and you're in debt. This is what they want us to do. But you know what we could do? Every black person that got that $367,000, we could come together and put that shit in one motherfucking bank. Every black person could put $5,000, $10,000 out of that 367,000. So instead of getting 367,000, we get 357,000. Every black person on the motherfucking world, when you're giving that money, we take 10,000 of that money and put it into a private motherfucking bank and funding, and we can take over the world. And we can take over the world. And we can take over this world. We can take over this world and start our own economic financial structure. Our own fucking world. Let's finish this reparations out.
Descendants forever and ever.
Several descendants told their stories in a public forum. Task Force member Jovan Scott Lewis insists reparations are not payouts.
We are returning monies taken, returning monies stolen, returning, right, the monies that had been lost based upon the kinds of dispossession and disenfranchisement.
But the task force's work faces two major hurdles. First, no mention of how to pay for the estimated $800 billion price tag, which is more than twice California's annual budget. And the recommendations are non-binding, meaning state lawmakers still have to approve the idea. An uphill battle.
The task force will issue a final report to state lawmakers this summer. An interim report also called for a public apology from the state to African-American descendants of slaves and others who were discriminated against and disenfranchised.
Ain't that some shit? They said they want to be sorry. They're trying to give you a public apology because they haven't came to an adequate amount to be equally dispersed. So they put the whole loophole of you having to be 70 plus years older and able to trace your family back to a pure slave heritage. That's some deep shit. Super said, this topic actually is causing beef between Americans, blacks, and blacks of foreign descent. I've been waiting for a neutral party to cover it. Super said, we can't even get along and respect each other on platforms, so imagine in real life. But I beg to differ, because you know what? Let me give you all an example for this. Just my opinion, no such thing as a bad opinion. When it comes to the YouTube thing pertaining to the people that can't get along, let me explain something to you. This is what I have learned to learn. I've learned to learn this. If for some reason people can't get along, stay away from their platform, but don't allow them to your platform. See, I've learned something about handling your platform. If you don't get along with people, or people don't get along with you, or they're fixated with you, or some people are fixated with each other, if we can develop self-control enough not to go to their platforms, because it's just like if in real life you don't like somebody and you throw a party. Pay attention. If you don't like somebody in real life and you throw a party, you throw a private party and you tell people, yo, I'm throwing a party, I want you to come to the party. The person that you don't like, or the person that you may be not eye to eye with, if they show up at that party, the minute the person shows up at that party, it's automatically going to put a defense mechanism in your brain, and it's going to have you at an alarming defense. Like, yo, this person knows that I'm not comfortable with them around me. I'm not comfortable around them. So it's either one or two things that's going to run through a person's mind. If I throw a party with my family and friends and certain people that I don't, and I know we're not eye to eye, show up at my party, the first thing I'm going to think is they're coming to sabotage the party or hurt somebody in the party. Unfortunately. But if we learn to overtake temptation, see, because when we see our names in certain chats, in certain titles, and we go through certain things with certain peoples, because of the curiosity that we want to hear, what could a person have the nerve or the audacity to say, some of us go to these chats, and what the first thing they do is they make themselves known to be in the chat when certain people are advocating how they feel about them. That's the first sign to me of ignorance. Just to me, my opinion, no such thing as a bad opinion. Because if you're watching the show and you're not saying anything, nobody knows that you're in the show. We do understand that if you're watching the show and people are talking indirectly about people or talking directly about people, we do know how to handle that. We just sit back in the cut and pay attention. But the minute we put our name on that chat, the people in the chat that are there because of the fuckery and the buffoonery anyway, and the people that are talking the fuckery and the buffoonery, once it is pinpointed and notice that the person that is being talked about is in the chat, now, because a lot of these times it's just for clout, recognition, and views, they have a reason to defer from whatever bullshit they were saying and actually interact right then in the present time. Because if I say boo, you say boo. I say blue, you say blue. I say orange, you say orange. I say this, you say that. But if you're saying this and you're waiting for my response and you hear this, and then you say to me again something else, and then my response is, and then on top of the fact that I'm not responding to anything, on top of that, I'm really going to make somebody go, oh shit, because I'm not going to the chat. I am not going to the chat. I'm not going to the chat to hear what nobody has to say negatively. I am not going to the chat to see who will be there to defend me positively. I leave it all to Allah. Because one thing I've learned about this YouTube thing, some of these people are just YouTube personalities. I have my own personality, but it has nothing to do with YouTube. I'm on YouTube, but I'm not a YouTube personality. I am a YouTube content creator. I will take that name because I create content. At least from my perception, what I perceive content to be, I create content. Some people feel as though disrespect and talking about disrespect is content. Some people think that watching people disrespect each other, then doing a show on it and making a mockery of it or laughing about two people that's upset with each other, disrespecting each other is content. To some people, that's content. To me, that's sucker shit. If two people are going through something and they chat, I don't give a fuck about it. If two people are going through some shit in their engagement or their embody, I don't give a fuck about it. You know why? Because I wouldn't give a fuck about it. That's something that people have to learn. If you're going through something with somebody, go through it with them for as long as you want to go through it with them, or as long as they will allow you to go through it with them, or as long as they will intrigue you or pull you in to go back and forth with them. But let me explain something to y'all what adults do. Adults overstand ignorance and discontinue any type of interaction with ignorance. Adults, we have to learn to humble ourselves and totally disassociate ourselves, party people. We got to learn how to, we just got to say, you know what? Fuck the fact that one time we admired a person. Fuck the fact that one time we might have been in love with a person. Fuck the fact that one time we had great memories with certain people. Like the Bible says, like the Quran says, those who spew of the same will act and think of the same. It's just a simple thing. A alike, be alike. If you have an evilness inside you, more than likely you're going to attract and be in a crowd of evil individuals. Me, I don't have evilness, an evil bone in my body. I have a vindictive bone in my body. I have a protective bone in my body. And I have a wicked and dangerous bone or two in my body. But I don't have an evil bone in my body. That's why God keeps me protected. See, it's a difference. I don't wake up saying, I want to do this to this person. I don't wake up going, yo, I want to argue with nobody, y'all. When I wake up, I want to laugh. Like, damn, God gave me another shot. I want to speak to my friends and be like, yo, you woke? You alive, dummy? I want to joke with them. I want to joke with y'all. God gave y'all more days to prove your sincerity in your heart. That's just me. You see what Cuba said? He called that gossip. And see, Cuba from the Bronx. We from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not saying that's right or wrong because it's people that's in Florida, in Brazil, in Tennessee, in Arkansas, in California. So let me explain something to you. Some people, when you play with them, they hurt you. Some people won't even hurt you. But it's people that love them and they'll hurt you without you even knowing that the people that loved you hurt them. That's why I walk the way I walk. I don't want nobody getting hurt over nothing that I may have started by mistake. I don't want nobody getting harmed or going to jail or taken away from their family because they wanted to defend someone that may have said something stupid or ignorant to me. Because to hate somebody without knowing them is actually confused admiration. I've been telling y'all about this for a long time. If I hate FTC, never had a conversation with him. If I hate Hank McCoy, never had a conversation with him. If I hate Dog Soldier, nerd, never had a conversation with these gentlemen. That means something about these gentlemen are so interesting, and I'm too embarrassed to say that I want to know how come I'm intrigued by you, brother. That's where that comes from. A lot of people hate the fact that you have a natural spirit and a glow about you that people gravitate to. Every time I pull up, niggas like, oh shit, what up, Big Dice? You here, baby? La, 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 la. And then there are times when some people pull up and you be like, damn, why this nigga came? See, I don't go through that. When I pop up, people ain't going, why this nigga here? When I pop up, niggas be like, yo, what took you so long to get here, beloved? But then we also have been in parties. We've also been at dinners. We've also been at family reunions. We've also been at private gatherings. And certain people pop up and we go, who invited this person? It's not the person that we don't like. It's the spirit and the energy that that person brings with them every time. The physical has nothing to do with the miscommunication. It's the spirit. It's the evilness that dwells deep within a person that only the righteous and the in tune are in touch with. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's people that's just said, yo, I just like your style, beloved. We call it the hustler's blueprint. It's people back in the days that be like, yo, I can't get over 7 grams, but you know the nigga you fucking with 2 and 3 keys. It ain't nothing wrong with you going up to him saying, yo, check this out. I would love to know, how did you get to that type of self-control? How did you get to that discipline where you, quote unquote, are now involved with keys and I cannot get past 7 grams? See, because a lot of people sit up there and tell you all these lies, educational cloth talk, that they be running around buying keys and shit like that. Yeah, it be people running around buying keys and shit like that. But when a nigga find out, quote unquote, you know how to move that work, he don't want your money. See, these are things only people that really been outside, allegedly, educational purposes, will know. Of course, yeah, nigga want to know, oh, yo, he's spending money, he getting money. Yeah, all right, cool. But nah, when you spending money, that has nothing to do with getting money. This is that cloth talk. You know, 23-year-old, 25-year-old coochie sweater type talk. When you getting money and spending money, it's 2 different things. See, that's difference. That's the difference. When you getting money, niggas be like, yo, son, what you be doing? How you be doing it? And how fast? Them the conversations OGs have with OGs. Well, how fast that's going to be gone? How long it's going to take for that to disappear? And then the OGs and the connects and the plugs, whatever you want to call them, and the sockets, they sit up and they start saying, educational purposes only. If you tell them, yo, well, I can move a key a week. They're not thinking about the fact that you can move a key a week. They think about the fact that you can move motherfucking 4 keys a month. Maybe 6 keys a month. And the reason why they're looking at that fact, because if you can confidently move a key in a week, that means 5 days. So if you can move a key in a week for 5 days, but you got to stop and go to the plug to get some more work, they're going to give you 2 or 3 keys where you ain't got to keep stopping. You could just keep flowing. And then them people that used to be telling, yo, call me, I'm on the way back to the town. Y'all be in the block in a minute. Yo, give me about an hour. I'm putting that shit together. Nah, you ain't got to tell them people to wait, because a fiend ain't going to wait to get high. The fiend ain't going to wait to get high. A fiend is going to search for some drugs. But if a fiend or a person that's patronizing your business know that you're known to have that good herb, that good hard, that good soft, that good alcohol, that good moonshine, if you're known to have it at all times, why should you have to go risk going somewhere else to see if that person got it? If you know the truth is right here, that's when you get money. Am I talking to him, Chase? Am I making sense? You see what Dog Soldier said? You about to get hit off, nigga. If you moving it like that, nigga, all we need you to do is make sure that money come back right. And that rapport right there builds a relationship, and it builds a family, and it builds a friendship. It builds something deeper than you can talk about because you know, yo, check this out. I can give him this. I can give him that. And that shit is coming back with no problems. I don't have to worry about guns being pulled on me when I'm going to get my money back from him because I gave him something that might be worth 20, 30,000. I don't got to wait for the envious or the larceny in his heart to come out because he might try to stick me one day because that's never going to happen because we have a beautiful rapport with each other. That's why the plugs and the sockets don't want to talk to everybody. If you've really been around some real niggas getting money, the first thing they're going to tell you is, yo, when you come see me, son, come alone. Now my cousin be driving the car. I don't give a fuck about your cousin. I don't give a fuck about your moms. I don't give a fuck about your sister. I don't fuck with none of them. I fuck with you. Come alone. You bring somebody to the spot. You bring somebody to the crib. We ain't never fucking with you again. You invisible. And that'll hurt you more than putting a bullet in a nigga. That'll hurt you more than you getting shot. That'll hurt you more than you getting shot when the plugs say, I'm no longer giving you no work, nigga. See, bum-ass niggas shoot niggas over tabs. Real niggas write off bum-ass niggas and live their life. There's the difference. Bum niggas shoot niggas over corny-ass tabs. But real niggas write off bitch-ass niggas and get to live in their life. You dig? Because some of us overstand. You may owe us 1,000. You may owe us 10,000. You may owe us 20,000. Whatever you want to call it. You may feel as though you got away with that, but don't worry about it. All I did is paid 5,000 or 10,000 and know not to fuck with you, pussy. That ain't no motherfucking money to pay when you're around a nigga and you making hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars. $10,000 ain't no motherfucking money to pay when you making 400, 500,000 a year. 10,000 ain't shit. It's only one thing you got to know about this in this game. You got to know what plug to walk away from. You got to know what plug to deal with. And you got to know what plug to say, hell no, I never fuck with a nigga like this. I don't give a fuck what a nigga got. If his morals ain't right, don't fuck with him. Especially when it comes to business. See, a basketball tournament and a drug organization, respectfully, allegedly, educational purposes only, is two different goddamn things. See, it's two types of championships in the motherfucking world. It's that championship when you can get some goddamn trophies. And then it's them championships where you can get them goddamn trophies. Let's go. Salute. Peace.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tougher, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, gave him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tougher, and he still told.